Hi, and welcome back to Studio 607 Webcasting. In this lesson we're going to be talking about picks, thumb picks and finger picks. I prefer to use a Dunlop large thumb pick when I play. I like this pick because it fits my thumb really well and it's got a nice thickness to it and it's nice and round. So more of the surface of the pick hits the string. When you choose a pick, keep those things in mind. You want it to fit really nice and snug. You don't want the pick moving around at all or you'll have a loss of control. You want it to be really snug and not move at all. Now some tips for doing that is, one, you can take a pocket knife. This is a new pick here. So you could take a pocket knife and then from this side of the pick, not the side where your thumb goes in, but the other side of the pick, lay it down on a table so as you won't cut yourself, and take a pocket knife or some kind of a knife and cut some grooves in it at about a 45-degree angle. 3 or 4 grooves should be enough. This is a trick that came from Earl Scruggs, as far as I know. And anyway, cut those grooves in there. That will help to keep the pick from sliding around. Another thing you can do is take some ordinary rosin that a fiddle player would use to rosin their bow with. Take a pocket knife and shave off a small amount of that until you have a little pile of pine rosin dust, and then rub that on your thumb and your finger. Rub it on the top and the bottom of your thumb. When you do that and put your pick on that's already tight and has the grooves in it, then it effectively, that pine rosin glues that pick effectively to your thumb and it won't move. And that's especially helpful in humid weather, hot weather, or if you're the type of person whose hands sweat or something like that. Now about finger picks. This is a standard finger pick like any banjo player would use. This is the most widely available pick you can get. The problem with this pick and the style of guitar that we're talking about is that the edge of this pick, the edges right here, rest right on your cuticle. So if you happen to be playing a rhythm pattern and one of the strings gets caught up under here and then this pick moves, then it will cut right into your cuticle and it hurts really bad. For that reason, I use a pick made by John Pierce. It's called a high rider, and this pick sits far up on your finger, so if that happens, then it's not going to touch your cuticle and it's not going to hurt. Now this pick comes, when you buy it, flat. One thing that's worth mentioning is that Lester Flatt used a pick almost identical to this, except it was made by a company named Stevens, who makes dobro bars and accessories. They no longer make these picks, but they were almost identical. These picks are not as easy to find as the thumb picks. You can order them from John Pierce's website, and other music stores do carry them. Your best bet's to look online for them if your local music store doesn't have them. So when you get it, it's not going to fit your finger. So what you're going to want to do is slide it on your finger, leave about 1/4 of an inch sticking out. It'll be about flat, so leave about 1/4 of an inch sticking out. Go ahead and bend these around a little bit until they fit your finger. Now take a hard surface such as this stool here and take your finger, put your thumb on the bottom, take your finger and bend the pick around and slide it back a little bit. And what you want is for this pick to completely conform to your finger. You never want to have any of the picks sticking out like that, because when you do, you don't get any tone at all, because there's nothing there to get tone with, and it's going to bring the front of this pick up to your cuticle. You want the meat, the big part of your finger, to conform all the way to the pick. That way you're getting the power of your finger behind each upstroke. You want this tip of this pick to be level with your hand, or with your finger, that is. That way the pick will stop your fingernail from ever touching the string or having the string go inside your fingernail, which can also cause pain. And then go ahead, after you've bent it and got it right, and tighten these up a little more. You want this to fit nice and snug like that. And go ahead and conform it a little more, and just keep playing with it a little bit until you get it to where it feels nice and comfortable, and it's at the right place to keep the fingernail from making contact with the string, and basically conforms to your entire finger. So that's just about going to do it for this video. And in the next video we're going to be talking about we're going to actually start getting into some guitar playing, and we're going to start working on some rhythm patterns. Thanks so much for watching, and have a nice day.